Hi, I'm Little Rock Mayor Mark Stoblen, and welcome to the 2013 Little Rock Sustainability Summit. Last year I took you on a bike tour of some of the more sustainable things we're doing in the city, and this year I'd like to take you on a tour of some of our largest industrial manufacturers. Come join me. Here we are on 9th Street in East Little Rock. Thanks in part to the funds from the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, the City of Little Rock was able to improve an undersized 2-lane street to a 4-lane street capable of handling current and future transportation needs of our city. One reason that this is particularly important is that it provides a convenient and safe access to the industrial commercial properties that are located north of the Clinton National Airport and to one of our city's biggest employers, the Seoul Falcon Jet. Now let's head over to the Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport, where they have implemented many sustainable strategies. You may have already noticed the 18 recycling containers throughout the airport, but did you know that the airport also recycles all pallets, oils, lubricants, tires, e-waste, and approximately 5,000 pounds of cardboard a month? With its ongoing redesign, the airport will install LED lighting in many outdoor areas, as well as low-flow plumbing fixtures. The airport is also researching ways to decrease its vehicle fleet and add more compressed natural gas and biofuel vehicles. Now we're at the Little Rock Port, which features a 2,600-acre industrial park, a railroad, a slackwater harbor, and a foreign trade zone. It's all located about 7 miles east of downtown Little Rock on the Arkansas River, and it is part of the City of Little Rock, governed by the Little Rock Port Authority. This railroad provides intermodal connections to 40 businesses in the port as it runs from its junction with the Union Pacific Railroad and the Burlington North Santa Fe Railway near the Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport to the Arkansas River at the Little Rock Port Dock. These facilities and the railroad are important to the success of the port and provide critical connections, but it's also important to remember that freight rail can be a very green alternative to other forms of shipping. The port is home to approximately 50 businesses that employ 4,000 employees. Let's go visit some of those businesses. And look, here comes the train now. This is the North American headquarters of LM Wind Power, a Danish wind turbine blade manufacturer. Since the 1970s, LM has manufactured more than 150,000 wind turbine blades, effectively replacing more than 93 million tons of CO2. LM formed a close relationship with a supplier to use old windmill blades to provide fuel for power generation through combustion. Delta Plastics. You'll be hearing more about them today during our panel discussion. Delta Plastics manufactures plastic tubing for use in irrigating farmland. Delta Plastics of the South LLC has worked for about 15 years to build a corporate legacy of turning waste into fiscal treasure. In 2011, Delta Plastics gathered and reprocessed more than 100 million pounds of polypipe irrigation tubing. Arkansas alone accounted for more than 53 million pounds of that total, making Delta Plastics the largest recycler of plastics in the entire state of Arkansas. Revolution Bag, a subsidiary of Delta Plastics, is also located in the Little Rock Port, and it manufactures and sells the post-consumer content as plastic bags. Here we are at Recycle America. Every other week, when you put your recycling at the curb, do you ever wonder where it goes and how it's processed? Well, here's the answer. This is the MRF, also known as the Materials Recycling Facility, and it's where all residential curbside recycling is dumped, sorted, and distributed. To prepare our new recycling program, this facility underwent a $5 million upgrade so it would be ready to process all of the material our citizens recycle. As you can see, our residents are recycling at a phenomenal rate, providing a new life for all of the material that is sorted here. This material is sold to end users who use the material for different products, including carpet, aluminum cans, and newspapers, among others. Novus International is another one of our panelists today. Novus manufactures food additives that help provide proper nutrition to communities around the world. As climate changes affect the nature of agriculture, Novus is well positioned to help farmers and communities meet the food needs of their customers. Sage 5 Foods produces rice-based ingredients for use in processed foods and has a line of frozen rice that is sold in food service and retail markets throughout the country. Because Sage 5's rice production produces a particular type of waste, Sage 5 and Little Rock Wastewater work together to find a way to reduce the demand on the overall waste system. The waste at this Little Rock Wastewater facility produces methane gas that is used to produce electricity, which then operates the plant. Here we are at Balcones Resources, the third member of our panel discussion, a recycling company that grew out of a trash hauling business. Today, Balcones is one of the top 50 recyclers in North America. You'll hear more about this amazing story during our panel discussion. Balcones' patented process takes particular waste items and converts them into fuel cubes that are used as an alternative energy source in facilities that would traditionally use coal or wood. Ah, can you smell that? It must mean that we're at Skippy Peanut Butter. If you like peanut butter, this is the place to be. Skippy was recently purchased by Hormel Foods, which has many sustainable policies that guide its sourcing and waste. Hormel also requires annual environmental training on stormwater, wastewater, and waste materials. Here we are on a tugboat at the main dock at the Little Rock Port, where businesses can conveniently ship their products to their destination. Did you know that one barge is the equivalent of 65 18-wheeler trucks? As a result, barge transportation is one of the most energy efficient forms of transportation that we have. And it's also much faster than most people realize. You know, from Little Rock, you can ship to St. Louis in 3 days, you can ship to New Orleans in 5 days, and to Chicago in 7 days. It would take much, much longer to transport 65 trucks those same distances. Now I'm going to get in my canoe and paddle up to the Clinton Library. Here we are at the Bill Clark Wetlands in the Clinton Presidential Park. This city park was made possible by the restoration of 13 acres of wetlands located here along the Arkansas River, all designed to educate our visitors about the wildlife and river life that exists here in this beautiful state of Arkansas. And it's all right here next to the Clinton Presidential Library. What a great way to showcase our city's natural habitat and landscape right here next to the center to the millions and millions of people who visit the Clinton Presidential Park. Thanks for joining me on this short tour, and I'll see you in a couple minutes right up the stairs in the Great Hall. Whoa.